So Urban Decay have brought out a brand new Naked palette. They've got the Naked 1, they've got the Naked 2, and here is the Naked 3. So this video is going to include my thoughts on this palette, a little bit of a comparison as well as a tutorial, and there's also a giveaway at the end, so make sure you stay tuned for that. First of all, this is the beautiful palette here, and I definitely love the packaging much more than the other two, but I do like how it comes in this really kind of hard, sturdy case that locks shut. I think the main problem with Naked 1 was that it had this kind of flimsy metal clasp thing and it just didn't really hold up very well and kind of opened, whereas this really locks shut and it stays shut. Packaging, ramble over. The palette also comes with a dual-ended eye brush, and unlike normal palettes when they come with brushes and you don't really use them, the Urban Decay brushes are really good. It has one side which is really good for packing on shadow and then another fluffy side to blend everything in together. So once you've opened it you get 12 shades in here and 3 are matte and the rest are shimmers or glitters. There are actually 3 really glittery shades in here and the rest are kind of more of a sheeny finish. So the first one is Strange, which is a really nice matte. It's more of the pinky toned kind of matte than a yellow, and it has a really nice satiny finish. It's not chalky at all, which I find some matte eyeshadows can be. This would be a really nice under the brow bone or inner corner highlight. And then the next shade is Dust, which is a really cool toned baby pink with a silver glitter running through it, and this one did have quite a bit of fallout. All the glittery ones do have a tiny bit of fallout to them, so I find that packing them on with the warmth of my finger as opposed to a brush definitely is better and makes a huge difference. Then next we have Burnout, which is a really nice shimmery pink all over the lid shade. Next is another matte shade, and this one is called Limit, and it's a kind of dusty rose. It's a perfect kind of crease shade or blend out the edges of a smoky eye kind of shade. The next shade, Buzz, is also another quite intense glittery shade, but it's less glittery than Dust, and I actually found it a bit easier to work with, and it does leave a really pretty sheen over the lids. Then next we have Trick, which is my favourite shade of the bunch. It's a really metallic copper with a kind of pink undertone, a little bit of glitter going through it. Sounds really complicated, but it just leaves such a beautiful finish on the lids. It's the perfect kind of Christmas party shade. And then we have another matte shade, which is Nuna, which is basically like Limit, the other matte shade, but a little bit darker. Another really nice crease warm-up kind of shade. Then the next 3 shades are really similar. It's Liar, Factory and Mugshot, and these 3 kind of remind me of Snakebite from the Urban Decay Naked 2 palette. They're not glittery at all, they just have a really nice sheen, and they're the perfect shades to make up a really nice smoky eye. Liar is the warmest of the bunch, and then you have Factory, which is a little bit browner, and then Mugshot, which is more of a grey taupe. Then you get onto the 2 darker shades of the palette, and the first one is Dark Side, which is a really nice dark satin taupe with a bit of mauve in it. It's kind of categorised as a bit of a shimmer, but actually it appears quite matte on the lids. And then the last shade is Black Heart, which is a really nice black with a bit of rosy red micro sparkle going through it. It's not as sparkly as the sparkly ones in the palette, it's more sheeny. But this one I did find a bit hard to blend, but once you do get it working for you, it is a super beautiful colour. So if you didn't guess by my description of all the shades, this is a very warm toned pinky palette, and normally I would shy away from pink shades or like purples because with my skin tone it makes me look a bit ill or cold. But I'm very happy I ventured into this palette because I'm very happy with how the looks turned out, and I think even though normally I would shy away from these shades, I did give them a good go, and they look really lovely on the lids and not as kind of washing out as I expected them to be. Because all the colours in here are pink toned, that makes it really different to every other smoky eye palette I own, because if you see in the Naked 1, they're all kind of quite warm toned, and they're all not, there's only one glitter and the rest are really kind of browny. There's only one pinky shade in here. And then again in Naked 2 you get majority warm tones, and you do get quite a few shimmers and only 2 mattes. I do think the variety of shades in the 2 and in the 1 is a lot better than in the 3, but with 3 you can create more of a kind of unison look. What I especially like about 3 is that you can get more of a kind of daytime appropriate smoky eye out of these. I don't really think you can do that with the 2 or the 1 because you do get quite a good selection of light shades in this one. Basically the main question is, if you have 1 and 2, do you need 3? And I'm going to go ahead straight into this one and say you don't need it, but you definitely will want it because it is really different to the 1 and 2, but not too out there, so smoky eye lovers will definitely still like this one. My favourite palette though out of the 3 is definitely the number 2, just because I will definitely get the most use out of this one, even though I have fallen pretty hard in love with the 3. I've done a 3 ways to wear of the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette on my website, so I'll link that below, but I'm currently wearing my favourite look, and that combines quite a few shades out of the palette, so I'm going to talk you through what I did in this look. So firstly, on the brush you get in the palette, I took the flat side and the little baby pink shade Burnout and just swept that all along the inner corner of my eye. And then on the outer corner I swept the shade Factory, just making sure to stay in the kind of outer half of my eye. I then took a fluffy brush like this MAC 217 and the darker crease shade Nuna and swept that all throughout my crease, really making sure to make sure everything looks nice and blended, and also to accentuate my crease and make my eyes look bigger at the same time. I then took the shade Black Heart, a tiny bit of this on this clean MAC 217 and popped that a little bit in my crease just to define it a bit. I then took the other MAC 217 and blended all the shades together, and you do have to spend quite a bit of time blending in the Black Heart shade, but once you do it leaves a really nice defined crease. Then on my lower lash line I took my little flat brush from the Urban Decay palette again and the shade Liar and just swept that all along my lower lash line, and this has such a beautiful kind of golden pinky toned sheen running through it, so it really kind of livens up the eye at the same time. I think this is my second favourite shade of the bunch. And then on the outer corner of my lower lash line I just run the shade Factory along there just to define it that extra bit more, and then blended those two colours together. And lastly I took the little matte shade called Strange just under my brow bone to highlight. So the giveaway is to win one of the brand new Urban Decay Naked 3 palettes, and I will leave all the information about the giveaway in the information box below, but basically it is open for 2 weeks, it is open internationally, and all you have to do to enter is give this video a thumbs up, make sure you're subscribed to my channel, and leave me a comment down below saying which of the 3 palettes you think would be your favourite. But I hope you have enjoyed this video and good luck! It is the time of the month where I show you my top beauty things of November, and I'm actually going to start with a brand.